what can be tracked can be measured. Hi, my name is Ben from Amagodo Postad, and welcome to today's show. On today's show, we'll be diving a bit deeper on the topic of record keeping and the importance of it. As a farmer, it is important to keep good records. Just like the old adage goes, what can be measured, or rather, what can be tracked, can be measured. And hence, the importance to ensure that your records are not only proper, but they are also the right records that can give you the right indicators in terms of performance of how well you're doing in your farm. As a beginner, it's important to start with records. I know most of the time we think that, when you have 10, 5 sheep, there's no need to keep records. It's very important that you start keeping records. As a start with what we refer to as health records. Under the health records, you're looking at things like vaccination and deworming. And also have your records on mortality, ensuring that you're keeping track of, what sheep are being born and what sheep are dying. That's very important because it will give you a snapshot of what's happening in your farm in terms of both growth and, in certain cases, even the decline. Another important record to keep is on birth. And when we're talking about birth, we mean lambing. And for the lambing, you're talking about ensuring that you have records that show the weights that the sheep are being born at. We are also looking at the weaning weights. When you're weaning your lambs, what weight are they at? And in between, you can also keep track to see how well you're gaining on an average daily gain, or what we refer to as ADG. So when going back to the records, there are also records in terms of stock. Under stock, we are talking about items like your feeds. How much feeds do you have when you're starting off? How much feeds do you have in the middle of the month? And also at the same time, how much in terms of consumables, these may be the medicines, these may be the supplements that you're using at your farm, so that you ensure you are never going to run out of stock. Another important reason for you to keep those records is so that you ensure that you are able to track on how well you're feeding or your feeds are taking you, given that you have already tracked how much you're giving your sheep on a daily basis. This is very important because it will matter a lot, especially when it comes to your weaning, and also for those who are in the meat business when it comes to the time that you want to sell your sheep for slaughter. You're looking at a certain not only age but weight by which you want to have gotten your sheep to, so that they can now be ready for slaughter. So record keeping in a nutshell is very important. Another important record that you can start off with is a count. The simple count. How many sheep do you have? How many males or rams do you have? How many ewes do you have in your farm? That is very important, so that it kind of gives you the a curve in terms of the growth in your farm, or in some cases the decline in your farm. Your records will guide you in certain important activities that you carry out in your farm. Your records are going to tell you when is your next vaccination date. They'll also indicate to you when is your next deworming date. So it's very important to keep your records in an orderly manner, ensuring that they are accurate and they will be able to guide you as you move on with your farm. And also, they'll also give you a performance metrics. You'll be able to also tell when is the right time to do your culling, when is the right time to breed your sheep. So it's very important to keep good records. And as a beginner, please ensure you start with your health records. Ensure you start with a count, ensure you start with your stock taking records. These are the three classes I would say that are very important for you. Under the health, remember you're taking your records for your vaccination dates, your deworming dates. You are also ensuring that you also know when your lambing is happening and how well they are doing. And this you can, it's not a must, but you can choose to keep it either on a weekly basis where you take the weights, or on a monthly basis, and in some cases even at the point of weaning, so that you're able to understand how well you're doing from the date of lambing to the date you wean the animals. Because remember, what is important for you is for their excellent feed conversion rate and excellent weight gain and growth rates. So these are key parameters that you need to keep track of. When it comes to your feeding or taking stock of your feed, your records, especially in terms of your stock, your feed stock, will guide you when it comes to your planning on what you're going to plant, or also planning on what you want to purchase in terms of feeds for your sheep. Keeping in mind, you have sheep that you're feeding either on a zero grazing concept or open free grazing. Given the climatic conditions that are ever changing, it is important to keep tabs on your feeds, ensuring that you always have enough feeds at you. A 6 month buffer is something that here at Amago Dopers we always highly recommend. So for example, if you need to plant, then you need to keep in mind that you have your sheep, and each and every sheep eats at least 4% of its body weight per day. And given that you want to give it a balanced diet of rich in fiber, rich in proteins and energy, it's important that now you plan backwards, keeping in mind that you need to till your land. If you're a farmer who plants his crops, plant enough feed that will take you and your sheep for the next 6 months, so that in any given time you're never going to be either underfeeding your sheep, or in certain cases having no feed for your sheep, because that would also mean that your costs will go up, because now you'll be forced to buy feeds at very high prices, especially during the drought seasons. Another thing is that take advantage of when it's on the rainy seasons and many farmers have enough feed. You will notice that hay and the prices of hay, especially hay like Boma Roads, is at an all-time low. At that time, please stock up. Once you have your stocks up, this will take care of you during the lean times. And it's from the point of record keeping, ensuring that you have records that track each and every important parameter in your farm, be it the feeds, be it the performance of your sheep, be it the consumables in terms of the supplements, the medicine in your farm, the dips, what we refer to as the acaricides, so that you're never going to run an all-time low. This is very, very important. I thank you so much for taking the time to be with us on today's show. For those who have subscribed, thank you. For those who have not, we'll make a request. Kindly hit the notification bell so that you're always reminded whenever we put up a new video, you're notified. And for those who have not subscribed, kindly do hit the subscription button. Until the next episode, from us here at Amago Dopers, happy farming. Thank you.